So let's get into the second part of our promise, and that is we told you we'd talk to you about what cryptocurrency is. And so what I thought I would do in this presentation is give you the 5 components that make up a cryptocurrency, what you really need. And I tell people, let's have some fun with this. Let's talk about creating our own island. We go, we're sailing along, we find this vacant island out in the middle of the sea, and we stake our flag, and all of a sudden, you know, we've got a big social media following because people follow us on our sailboat adventures. And this, by the way, this is like one of my dreams, okay? And this is, so I pull up to the island, stake my flag, and I say, you know what? I'm going to invite friends to come here and do business, but to do that, we need to have our own currency. So I decided to create an algorithm, which I'm not smart enough to do that, but I would hire somebody smart enough to do it, somebody that knows Calculus 3 and Algebra 3 and all those great maths that combine letters and numbers, which I don't really get. But algorithm, it basically determines how many coins can be created. Once the algorithm is locked in, it cannot be changed. And basically an algorithm is an equation that says, okay, every time, and let's keep it real simple, every time you solve the equation that equals 5, the algorithm will create a coin. And a coin is basically a serial number with a unit of value assigned to it. Okay? And so every time we come up, 1 plus 4 equals a coin, 2 plus 3 equals a coin, 2 plus 3 is a coin, 101 minus 106 is a coin, 56 minus 51 is a coin. So we go through the algorithm, and it produces coins, and of course it gets consistently harder for the algorithm to solve the equation, which creates a little bit more expense to create the coins, which creates basically an intrinsic value on them. And so when you look at the algorithm, let's say you come to the island, and I've decided, well, I'm going to offer 5 packages ranging from 100 euros up to 5,000 euros. And with each package, you're going to get certain benefits on my island. Okay, and each one of them is going to include some gold. Each one of them is going to include education about the island, what we want you to do and what we don't want you to do, basically how we're going to operate the island. And then the other element is we're going to give you some tokens, and each package comes with a different level of tokens. So you're going to turn those tokens over to our mining operation. So that's the second element you need in creating a cryptocurrency. You need a computer bank, a whole bunch of computers to solve these complex mathematical equations to create coins. And so let's say you turn over 60,000 tokens over to our mining operation. You bought our top package, and our mining operation says, based on the current power capacity and needs, it's going to cost you 6 tokens per coin. And you say, okay, here's 60,000 tokens. Well, that equals 10,000 coins. And so these mining operations, like with Bitcoin, you had to create your own mining operations. You had to set up your own computers, and you had to know how to do that. And it was just ridiculous. I mean, nobody knew how to do that. I mean, very few people did, not the average Joe. And so with us, you don't have to do that. You simply just turn your tokens over to our mining operation, and we expand the server rooms as there's a need to add more computing power to solve the equations. So the mining company mines your coins and eventually puts them all in your wallet. And it might take a month, it might take 2 months, but eventually you have your 10,000 coins in your e-wallet. And let's say that you want to generate some cash. Okay, well, you'll take some of those coins want some liquid cash. You've got your coins, but you want to create some liquidity so you can go buy the island bar down the street, and you want to buy a little piece of real estate. So you send your coins to our exchange. Well, we have our own stock exchange where the coins are bought and sold. There's a bid and the ask for the coins, is what you can buy them for versus what you can sell them for. The community and the demand for the coins will determine the value. It's a free market currency. Okay, and then of course, if you want to, you can convert the coins into any sovereign or fiat currency like the dollar or euro or Swiss franc or whatever you want to do. But you take the coins to the exchange and you hit the sell button. Okay, and this is all very seamless. So just in your back office, you just go exchange and I want to sell 1,000 coins, and you hit enter, and the money is liquidated. It's put into your account, and cash is put into your account, the island cash, let's call it, the liquidity. Okay, then you can go buy your bar and you can buy your piece of real estate. Now, to maintain the integrity of the actual cryptocurrency, you got to have a blockchain. And a blockchain is a list of all transactions that are done. It's transparent and it's available for the public to see every single transaction. They'll see your account number, but they won't know who it's associated with. But the important thing is that there is a public audit and people monitoring the system to make sure that every transaction is going through. So if I do a transaction with Bob down the street, Bob can check it to see if it goes on the blockchain. If it does, it means it's a legitimate transaction, that the coins are real and they're part of our system. They're not counterfeited. So that's real important. So for those that don't know how a mining operates, so we've created our own island. We've created we've established an island. We created our own cryptocurrency with an algorithm. We set up some computers anywhere in the world. Those computers solve the equations. We set up our own exchange. So if you want to buy and sell the coins and buy more or sell your coins or whatever, you can do that. But as more people come to the island and buy the packages, the more demand there is for the currency. So when there's more demand, what happens to the value of the currency? Well, it goes up in value. And you're looking at like OneCoin right now that in 7 months has more registered users than Bitcoin does in 7 years. So there's going to be a massive demand for this coin because people are very excited about the way the company has been set up. All of this is integrated. In Bitcoin 1.0, all of this was fragmented, and it was very difficult for people to understand. Well, now it's all seamless on one platform, and it just makes a lot of sense to people. Okay?